Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be filming today. I feel like I haven't filmed properly in ages and just sat down with you guys and had like a proper video, you know, time together. So I'm very excited. I haven't filmed properly in so long. I didn't actually know where the button was for filming. I was just like checking, making sure I was filming. Also the lighting's a bit funny today. It's just because the sun is actually shining for once and I'm just filming by the window. So if the lighting does change and stuff, sorry about that. I've got a little green juice. Who am I? I know, green juice, not a cup of tea. But do you know what? I just figured it looks bitty. I did try and blend it anyway. I've just been drinking these like green juices at the moment and it's literally just like powdered. So I haven't got any excuse not to make it because it's the easiest thing ever. It's just like powder, a bit of water. I had orange juice just because I like my drinks quite sweet. And yeah, it's just quite easy to drink and it's actually quite delicious. So I'm drinking that right now. And I already started my makeup. If you think I look a bit crazy, that's why. Start my makeup, so I've got my foundation, my eyebrows and stuff on. But I figured we could do like a little get to know me as well as doing like my makeup, if that makes sense. So I popped a little question box on my Instagram last night. So if you did send me a question, thank you. And I'm going to try and answer as many as I can. I feel like I look crazy without lip liner. I don't know if anyone else feels like this because I'm so used to seeing myself with lip products. I'm like, who is that right now? I don't recognise that girl. So the first thing I'm going to do is do my lip. Sorry if the angle's changed a little bit. I just was searching like high and low for my lip liner and I couldn't find it anywhere, but it was literally right in front of me. So I'm going to apply some lip liner and do some product reset. Cut this on real quick. The product that I'm using actually is the Made by Mitchell Honeysuckle. I absolutely swear by this colour, like I use it every single day and the dogs are barking. Okay, so let's start with the basics. I've got my lip gloss on now and I feel like a bit more like me. Name is Bo. It's spelled just B-O. That's my full name. And my age is 22. So I turned 22 in January of this year. So I've literally been 22 for a month now. And I live in Devon. So I've lived here now since I was about 12. So quite a while now actually. But me and my family moved from Essex when I was 12. To repeat myself there. And I remember when I first moved here actually, I absolutely hated it. I did not like it one bit, but I think it was just, I wasn't used to it and it was like all unfamiliar. But now I absolutely love it and I wouldn't want to live anywhere else, I don't think. I feel like I'm going to be answering questions or doing my makeup. I can't mix the two, but I'm going to try. So I'm going to put on some bronzer real quick. I'm glad that I started my makeup actually because otherwise this would be like a 3-hour video. I mean, no one would watch a 3-hour video of me talking, let's be real. So, next question, do you have any tattoos? If so, do you regret them? This is a very good question, actually. I feel like I've actually got quite a few tattoos. I wouldn't say I'm tatted up, but I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. This one I can show you quite easily. It's a bow on the back of my arm. I do actually love that one. Can you see that? There we are. I do love that one. That's my favourite tattoo. And then I've got some writing of my mum's on my rib. I've got like a flower on my ankle. And I've got like a little shell. And then I've got some writing on the back of my ear. I've got a heart. Actually, I think that's 6. Does it make it 6? I think that is 6. I do love my tattoos. But if I was to go back and like get them again, I probably wouldn't get them, if that makes sense. But I don't regret them at the same time because I think at the time I really wanted to get them done, so I went for it. But I think just really think if you're going to get a tattoo because it's on me for life now. The heart one here I can show you quite easily actually, if you can see that. The lighting's terrible, I'm sorry. Can you see that? This is like a little tiny heart. So all of my tattoos are really, really small. It's not like I've got like a massive tattoo on me. But I definitely didn't think about any of them. I thought about them for probably a couple of weeks prior and then was like, yeah, let's just do it. And at the time of my life when I started getting tattoos, I feel like I was definitely a bit more impulsive. It's when I was getting like a bunch of piercings. I mean, I say a bunch of piercings. I got like my nose done and my belly done and, you know, a few ear piercings. I wasn't going crazy. But I think I was definitely more impulsive at that point in my life. And now I'm a bit more like, oh my God, I would definitely think about that. So I wouldn't go as far as I regret them, but if I could go back, I probably wouldn't get them. So yeah, there's that. I'm just gonna go warm if I don't drink this. It's just so good. Okay, next question. Piercings. So I've got, I mean, it kind of goes into like the last question I answered, but I've got like a bunch of ear piercings. So I've got like my first, seconds, thirds, and then I've got this little one kind of across my ear. I have no clue what that's called, to be honest. And then again with this ear, I've got first, seconds, thirds. And then, yeah, no, that's all my ear piercings. I did have a nose piercing. I ended up taking it out just because, I don't know, actually, no, that's a lie. I didn't take it out. It actually fell out. And then I was thinking about, because the next morning I definitely could have just like shoved another one in there. But I was like, do you know what? I'm actually not bothered about it. And the thing is, when you like wash your face, do your makeup, you're always kind of like conscious of it, and it's always just like there and you know it's there. Personally for me, I know some people just forget about the nose piercing. And then, yeah, I just kind of wasn't bothered about it anymore, so I just left it. My belly piercing, oh my god, that was like the worst piercing of my entire life. I couldn't sit, I could lay down, but like getting up was horrible. Like, it was easily the worst piercing I've ever had, and the healing process of it was horrific. So I went through all of that pain, and then it finally healed, and then I decided, do you know what, I don't even like it anymore. So first of all, got like a little tiny bar that you could barely see. It was like a tiny little dot, just to kind of like cover the hole. I don't know why, I was kind of like conscious of it a little bit. I was just kind of like, yeah, that's there and I know about it, you know. So, and then I kind of just decided, you know what, I'm just going to take this out. I don't really know why even. No, actually, I do know why I took it out. It fell out, and then I just couldn't be bothered to put another one in. So I haven't got one in there now. But I have actually started to think I kind of want like a little ring or something in it. I don't know. But I think I'm just going to leave it, to be honest. I'm kind of over the whole piercings thing. I think I had my kind of like rut of that and got all my piercings out of my system and my tattoos. And now I'm just like, yeah, let's just keep it simple. I think I'm just going to do my mascara, which I'm going to be quiet for anyway, because I cannot talk while I put mascara on and I pull the weirdest face. If anyone does want to see kind of like an in-depth tutorial of my makeup and my makeup products and stuff, I do have a separate video on that, so you can check that out. I think it's just called like my everyday makeup that lasts or something. So yeah, if you do want to check that out, I will link it below as well, just to make it a bit easier for you. I'm just going to pop some mascara on real quick. I don't know why, but like mascara stresses me out. Just like applying it, I'm just like not breathing for like way too long. Okay, I think we're just gonna leave that for now. I'm gonna pop a bit of blush on, and then I'm pretty much done my makeup. I'm only like 2 questions in and I've finished, but to be fair, I did already start it. What's your natural hair colour? So I'm actually naturally a brunette. I mean, I feel like most people can tell, but then at the same time, people are sometimes surprised that I am natural brunette and very dark. And I haven't actually been blonde that long, really. Like, I feel like a lot of people, like my sister, for example, she's always been a blonde, so no one knows her different. But majority of my life, I've been a brunette, and then I had red hair at one point, which was pretty wild. And then I kind of had like ginger hair. Do you know what? I have actually tried a lot. I did have a point. I was thinking about this the other day, actually, and I like done these little highlights and stuff when I was in school, so quite a long time ago. And then after, my hair was so fried. My hair was naturally like really, really long. This is extensions. And it was really long, and I fried it off pretty much. And then I dyed it like black, or like brown, almost black. And then I was like, oh, I'm never dyeing my hair again. It's so ruined. Like, I'm never touching my hair again. And that probably lasted like a couple years. My hair got really healthy. Now I'm back to bleaching it again. And I think if you want healthy hair, just don't start bleaching your hair, because I think it's really addictive. Like, you start getting a few highlights, and next thing you know, you're like bleach blonde. And I'm very obsessed with being blonde. I would say I never feel like blonde enough, and it's just very addictive. Sorry guys, I just had to change the angle a little bit because my camera was overheating. So hopefully that's fine and that's not too like distracting. But I've finished my makeup now pretty much. So next question, where do you buy your jewellery from? Do you know what? I feel like I buy a majority of my jewellery. I haven't got my rings on today. I tend to wear the same rings every day, but I don't have them on right now. I tend to get a lot of my jewellery from like charity shops. It's a really good place. Even like vintage, just make sure obviously it's legit jewellery and it's not going to tarnish. And then also like Primark, funnily enough, because like the earrings I'm wearing today are just like these silver hoops. I find that I just lose them, and then I'm not too worried if I do lose them as well. I remember I did have these like really expensive earrings ages ago that I used to wear like every single day, and I ended up losing them. And the panic that went through my body, I ended up finding them. But after, I was like, I'm too terrified to wear them now. And to be honest with you, just like nice jewellery, I'm just too worried to like wear. I don't really wear like expensive jewellery or anything. I just kind of keep it pretty simple. And my juice looks a bit funny. Yeah, I just keep it pretty simple. Next question, where do you get your clothes from? All sorts of places. Vinted, charity shops, ASOS. Zara, literally anywhere really. I feel like I get quite a lot of inspo from Pinterest, so I feel like I go through like a bit of a crisis, like I feel like a crisis, okay Bo, but like a bit of a moment then, where I'm like, what do I even like to wear? I don't even know what my style is, so I feel like Pinterest is really good for that, just to kind of pinpoint, okay, I like this and like that and this. I feel like online space sometimes can be a bit like, okay, that's weird, the curtain just like moved by itself. That's weird. Okay, we're gonna ignore that. Forgotten what I was saying now. I feel like sometimes online it can be a bit like, I don't know how to even put it into words. I feel like I like a certain style and then kind of online will tell you it's not cool. Or not even tell you it's not cool, make you feel like it's not cool. Does that make sense? Or I could not even like something, but then because a certain person's wearing it, I suddenly like it. I definitely want to change my perspective on that a little bit on 2025. I just want to kind of wear things that I like and that I feel comfortable in. Do you work out? I mean, I try, I really try, but to be honest, I'm not the type of girl that will go into a gym. I just don't feel comfortable. It's a really weird thing because like my sister, if anyone of you guys like follow her, she's a massive gym lover, like she loves it, but I've never got into it, and I just found even if I get into a really strong routine of going to the gym, I'm always like, oh, I've got to go to the gym, it seems like a chore to me. So I've kind of just discovered ways that I enjoy working out and I do that instead. So like going for walks with the dogs or going down to the beach, or I actually got a cycle bike recently. A bike, I don't even know what to call it. Do you call it a bike? A cycle bike? An indoor bike, you know? So I got one of those recently and I've been going on that like every single day and I've really enjoyed that. So I find just finding the fitness that works for you, because not everyone wants to like lift weights or go for runs or do this. Saying that, I definitely want to get back into running because I used to love running, but that was a very long time ago. I've recently been thinking about getting back into running, but it's just getting into a routine of things, I think. Like when I finish work, the last thing I want to do is go for a run, and then when I wake up in the morning, I'm not really like a morning person, so again, I don't want to go for a run. But I think it's just finding that balance of, I don't know, just yeah, fitness that you enjoy, because I think you have got to enjoy it, otherwise you're not going to stick to it, even if you do this kind of like, I don't know if people have been seeing the whole 75 hard challenge on TikTok. I was thinking about doing that, but then it's kind of like, I think it's great to start a routine, but I know for a fact, even if I did stick to it, which I don't think I would, at the end of it, I would just be like, okay, back to nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I just don't think I would actually stick to it. They do say that, I don't know if it's 60 days or 30 days, I don't know, but it takes that long to like your brain to adapt into a routine and a habit. So you have to consistently do something and then your brain will be like, okay, we're doing this, and you don't even think about it. It's not like a chore anymore. So I'm rambling, but that answers the question. I do actually love Pilates as well, and I definitely want to get back into that this year. How do you edit videos, photos? So my photos, I edit either on, I mean, it really varies. So like thumbnails for YouTube, for example, I do like on Canva. On my photos for like just like Instagram regular photos, I tend to use colour tone, and then I'll just like play around with the colours and like saturation or things like that. With TikTok, I mainly just like edit in the app, or sometimes I'll use CapCut. It really varies depending on the video. What's one product you couldn't live without? Probably my lip liner. Yeah, I feel like me and my lip liner are like that, like that's so cringe, but yeah, no, definitely my lip liner. I couldn't live without my lip liner. I think I could actually live without majority of products apart from like a toothpaste and toothbrush, if we're forgetting like essentials, and just thinking like beauty products, definitely lip liner, I would say. Have you travelled? I mean, I have, but I've travelled a lot when I was younger and I don't really remember it. I've got like a few memories in like a few different countries, and especially like if we pull out some photos, I'll remember it, you know. But I travelled quite a bit with my parents when I was younger, so I've been to quite a few places, but I don't really remember it. And then for like travelling recently, I tend just to have like 1 or 2 holidays a year really. So like last year I went to Spain, the year before Spain again, was it? Yeah, I think so. I see all these like travel girls on TikTok and I'm like, oh my god, that looks incredible, but I know it's not a bit of me. Like I definitely couldn't do the whole like backpacking kind of vibe. sort of love to be that kind of gal. I know how people physically only have like a rucksack and they're just like going about. Like, if I'm just staying at my boyfriend's house, I feel like I need a suitcase. Do you know what I mean? Like, I overpack to the extreme. So even though I would love to go see places and do this whole travelling thing, like, I definitely don't think I couldn't do it. I think I would rather go on like a couple holidays a year, 1 or 2 holidays a year, and yeah, that's it really. This is quite a big one actually, because I mean, I don't think I've actually ever spoken about this on YouTube or online, which is a bit nerve-wracking, but I've suffered with like anxiety more so in the last couple of years, more than like in my entire life really, and it's a bit of a weird thing because only the past, why do I feel like I'm getting emotional? Oh my god, Bo, stop it. This isn't an emotional conversation at all. Bo, chill. But the last, I would say, 6 months or so, I decided to get therapy, just because I really wanted to kind of dig deeper into like why I had anxiety, where it was coming from, how to deal with it properly. I got therapy and I felt like it really did help me. The lady was so sweet, and so we just spoke like once a week, every 2 weeks sometimes, and yeah, I just spoke about my anxiety really, and I felt like we really digged deep into like the meaning of where this had come from, which I'd never even thought like past things could cause anxiety today in the present moment. It's really bizarre how the brain works, but I feel like now I don't get therapy. Literally as of like last week, I was kind of like, do you know what, I'm actually feeling better within myself. I am on anxiety medication. I never thought I would say that online, but I am on anxiety medication, but I'm looking to get off very soon, and I just don't want to really like rely on anything. I think it's quite nice just to kind of, I don't know, not have to rely on this medication to take every single day. And the weird thing is as well, even if you don't take it one day, it's not going to make a difference. But weirdly enough, in your brain, once you think, oh my god, I've forgotten to take it, I'm anxious. So I think it would actually help my anxiety and all of that in the future by stopping taking it, you know. So yeah, that's kind of the story about that. I never thought I would talk about anxiety on here because I don't know, it's a bit of a weird thing for me, because I feel like I am quite private, even though I spend a lot of my time online, I would say, and I've definitely recently like opened up a little bit more online, and I don't know, just started to show like the unfiltered version of me a little bit more, and it's nerve-wracking because it is a little bit nerve-wracking. I would say if you're considering getting therapy, definitely do it. I think honestly every single person should have therapy, because it really just gives you like clarity in things that you might not necessarily even think you need clarity in, if that makes any sense at all. But I think if you're considering it, definitely go for it. It was incredible for me, but now I just don't feel like I need it anymore. You know, if the future I do need that, then obviously I will go back to that. What do you do for work? Loving your videos so far, girl. Keep it up. Thank you so much. I got quite a few questions actually about what I do for work, and is content creation like your dream job and things like that. So my full-time job right now is in beauty, so I work there full-time, and then I have 2 days off a week. Those 2 days off a week, I tend to film all my content and then post it throughout the week, just because I haven't got time normally on my work days to like film, edit, all of those things. But content creation would definitely be my dream job. Like, if I could put a dream out there, it would definitely be that. I don't know if that's going to come true. I can't look into the future. I wish I could. I wish I had my crystal ball here and I could look into the future and see, but unfortunately I can't, and I don't know. I would absolutely love that. That's the dream, isn't it? But I do feel like it's a lot of girls' dream now. I don't know. For now, even though I would absolutely love this to be my full-time job, I do also love my clients and I love that interaction with them. So I think even if I made enough for this to be my full-time job, I don't know if I would ever take away the beauty side of me. Like, I absolutely love it, and just having that one-to-one time with my clients, like I adore each of them, like I love them all. I think I would always have the kind of beauty in my life, because yeah, I do absolutely love it. Oh, my legs are killing. Sorry if this is too personal. What's your insecurities? nothing's too personal here, first of all. My biggest insecurity, and if you know me in person, you'll know this is my biggest insecurity, is probably my eczema. Again, not something I've spoken to on here, or I might have briefly actually, but I've had eczema now since, I was trying to think, so like my last year of school, so I must have been about 15 or so, and I'm 22 now, and I've been on steroid creams, I've been to doctors, and it's always been an insecurity of mine because it was mainly on my hands and places that people could see. A lot of people don't even know that I have eczema, and they can't even notice it because I hide it with like my clothing or the way I position myself, and I've got quite used to hiding it. But saying that, I have actually got a doctor's appointment very, very soon that I've waited about 4 years for now, which is crazy. So I'm going to see a specialist for like an allergy test, because a lot of people do say with eczema it's to do with allergies and stuff. So I'm really excited for that, but I'm also really nervous. I think I might actually bring you guys along with that. I mean, if you guys want to, that is, because I don't know, I think it might just be quite nice to like document it, and I don't know, bring you guys along with. I don't think it'll be anything interesting, it's a doctor's appointment, you know, but also just the process of after the allergy test. I don't know if anyone would be interested in that, because before I kind of got this appointment, I was like, what am I even expecting? I don't even know like what happens. So basically what does happen if you are like gonna get an allergy test, or if any of this interests you, then what they do is they do all these like patch tests on you on your back. So I think like samples of things, and then they put like plasters all over your back. And then you've kind of got to leave it on for about 5 days, which is really difficult. So I think I'm just gonna have to like bath or like shower very awkwardly. But and then after 5 days they kind of take it all off and they see what you've reacted to and what you haven't. So that's going to be really interesting. The biggest thing I'm nervous for is that obviously with eczema you're itching, so I'm worried that the plasters are going to irritate me, and I'm going to be like, get off me. I'm going to bring you guys along with, and then I can keep you guys updated with like what's going on with that whole process, because I am extremely nervous and I don't know what to expect. And I feel like not a lot of people talk about allergy tests online, weirdly enough. Like everyone talks about everything apart from eczema. I don't know, I never see anything about eczema, so maybe that's just my algorithm. If I actually like looked for it, maybe that would. But yeah, no, it is a struggle, and I feel like when people hear eczema they're like, oh, you know, it's a rash, get over it. But it's definitely a struggle, and I think sometimes mentally it's more of a struggle than physically. Like it's weird, it's really weird. Like it's someone's quite isolating, and obviously the steroid creams aren't good for like your hormones and everything in your body. So yeah, it is a bit of a difficult one, but I've also learned just to kind of live with it, and I know kind of what works for my skin, what doesn't, and things. So that's all the questions. I hope you guys really enjoyed. I'll link my Instagram, TikTok down below. I tend to post on there a lot more than on here. I am trying to keep up to once a week uploading for you guys. So I'm going to stay consistent with that, and I will see you guys very shortly. Bye.